all kinds of neurochemicals into your bloodstream that give you the ability to actually help with anti-inflammatories. If you don't believe me, sex, which we'll cover in the relationship, sex is a form of fitness. I don't know if you knew that. But your brain releases all kinds of positive hormones and chemicals, neurotransmitters, that help relieve stress, both mentally and physically, which helps relieve pain. It relieves swelling in your body. Your body is meant to exercise. It's meant to be moving. It's not meant to be sitting at a table with a little mouse, click, click. It's meant to be running and jumping and climbing. Now, I can't run, jump, and climb, but I can wheel fast. I can swim. I can lift weights. I can use resistance bands. I have the ability to utilize this body. You have the ability to utilize your body. And by getting that energy in, you're able to relieve the pain and relieve the stress. After a good run, most people find that they feel peaceful. Why? Because long-distance running burns off testosterone. And testosterone is what makes you so anxious to wanting to get your goals done, and it gives you tons of bursting, I need to accomplish, which is great at times. It helps you. You want testosterone when you're in a competitive situation. But it's not good to vibrate from that hormone at all times. Yes, even women have testosterone. And you can burn off that excess testosterone from long-term cardio. You can also create testosterone when you need it by doing short bursts of exercise. And the third and final reason I believe my philosophy is on fitness and why you need to use exercise to get your health in shape is it just makes you look and feel good. I mean, when you are toned in your body, your muscle structure looks good. When you fit in the clothes that you want to fit in, that has a boost of confidence. Forget about the ego of other people looking. It feels good to look good. And I know people could blog me and say, Sean, you tell people to love what they look like no matter what they look like. Yeah, I get it. No matter what you look like, you need to love yourself. But that's not an excuse for blimping up or getting, sick and getting lethargic and avoiding the energy that you really deserve to have. You can love yourself no matter what you look like. And yet, you should also be maximizing the container you're in. I'll go toe-to-toe, head-to-head, eye-to-eye with anybody that tells me that they are happy being overweight, that they're happy being on tons of medications. No, you're not. You're not happy. You're selling that story to anyone that you can so that they don't feel sorry for you or so they don't call you out on your shit. I'm here to do that, to call you out. Look, you need to be in shape. And maybe you're rail thin. Maybe you don't have that structure where you put on weight. Maybe you're super skinny and you're constantly saying, I don't need to exercise because I'm already thin. It's not about being thin. It's being fit. Getting your body and your muscles to be where they should be. You want to adopt this personality of taking on the mindset of my philosophy. That you want the extra energy. Think about what you could do with that energy. Right? It definitely improves your love life. We'll talk about that in the next video series. It definitely gives you the clarity in mind to be able to work on things. You also want to adopt in my philosophy, as I said, that you want relief, both pain relief and stress relief. And you want to look and feel good in your clothes, in the mirror. You want to be proud of where you are in your life, each little step. You can be proud now that you're even watching this video. But then go take another small step. I look forward to sharing with you my 3 techniques that's coming up next. let's talk techniques. I got 3 of them for you. And yes, they are somewhat simple, but if you're not applying them on a regular basis, then they're extremely accelerated compared to what you're doing. Number 1, set a vision. What do you want your body to feel and look like? Write it out. Cut out pictures out of magazines. Put them up on a vision board. Say, I want my abs to look like that, or my legs to look like that, or my butt to look like that, my B-U-T-T, to look like that. I want this kind of form and shape. Write out what body fat you would like to have that's healthy for your height. Make sure you have a clear picture in your mind what physical fitness is going to be for you. Then, I want you to have planned inevitability. My good buddy Evan Pagan, he created the brand Double Your Dating as well as many other brands, and he's a marketing genius, but he's also a personal friend of mine and a great mind on this planet. And he talks about this thing called planned inevitability. It means you set yourself up to win. You make it so that you can't avoid whatever you're working on. Here's an example. If you know you're not going to hit the gym without leverage, somebody to be accountable to, then hire a physical trainer, a physical fitness trainer that you know you're going to have to pay every month, month in, month out, that you're going to have to show up for the number of visits that you agreed to. And you can't, I don't want to come in today. Tell him to keep your money if you don't show up. You need to feel some leverage on you so that it's inevitable that you're going to have it happen. Maybe it's have somebody show up at your door 3 days of the week to go for walks or jogs with you. Maybe it's set up all kinds of Post-it notes with alarms on your phone to let you know, okay, it's time to go work out. And have friends calling you, asking you how you're doing in your workout routines. Until finally it becomes so inevitable, you don't even need that anymore because it's just a part of your ritualized daily living. The second technique, because that first one had 2 parts. The second technique is get involved in a sport or an activity. I've been leaning on my mom for years to get into a sport. Finally, I found one that she loves. Kayaking. She loves it. Every time she can, she gets in that thing. She is going to town, and I am so proud of her. And that was a sport that she loves now in her life. What is it going to be for you? It can be a solo sport like kayaking or jogging, or it could be a sport like being in a intramural sporting event like basketball or a volleyball league or a softball league, something that gets your heart pumping. Now that's an activity. It's not actual technical exercise because you're not keeping your heart rate up for a certain specific amount of time over a period of time, but it gives you physical fitness. It gives you the ability to keep your body moving. So join a sport or an activity that gets you out there and moving that body, putting tension against those bones and muscles of yours. The third technique, it's nothing to do with fitness directly, and it's called music. Find songs that inspire you, that get you going. Maybe it's heavy metal for you. Maybe it's a rap song, right? For me, it's like, sometimes I'll put on Eminem, and if you hate him, I'm sorry, but I like his beat, and I hear his words, and I just get pumped up that I'm going to work out, okay? For me, that works. For you, it might be classical music, right? Like a fast classical music, or jazz music, or pop music. I don't care. It could be folk. I don't know. But find music that inspires you to want to work out. And constantly be adding new music to your workout soundtrack, if you will. I have an iPod, and I've constantly downloaded new songs each week for the purpose of staying in shape. So I'll add about anywhere from 2 to 5 to 10 songs a week I'll download to my iPod to keep my music fresh, to keep my workout fresh. If you do those 3 things, you set a vision with planned inevitability, you join a sport or an activity that gets your body moving, and you make sure you have a good soundtrack to staying in shape, you're going to see a change over time in your physical fitness form and in your ability to reach out and do things in your life that you used to struggle to do, because now your body is there to support you. In this last segment, I'm on the couch, just curled up, comfy, because this section is all about feeling good and feeling connected. And some people call it spiritual connection, higher power connection, a connection to nature. I mean, connection to one's highest self. I've heard a lot of debates on what is spirit and what is, your big purpose. And this part of the video is all about just how to relax. And that's a part of your health. And so I'm going to break it into 3 excuses people give me for not relaxing. Number 1, they don't have time to relax. Oh my, how many times are we going to have to talk about that? Look, if you're not going to have time to relax, you're going to have time to get sick and be in pain. I'm not going to put my time there. I'm not going to spend my time there. If you're afraid to just relax and connect through either prayer or meditation, then just lay down and just be. Just enjoy the colors of the room, okay? Just enjoy the sounds in the room, the feelings in your body. Feel it all. Be present. That's another element of getting comfortable and connected and feeling connected. People give me the excuse of no time. They also give me the excuse of, I'm just not spiritual. I'm just not religious. That's why I don't connect to a greater element. You don't have to be spiritual religious. That's a bunch of hogwash. You know what? You know that you have a connection to something greater than you. It may not be a force like some man in the clouds, for your opinion, but there is something. There's something that we can connect into. Some get it when they're just involved in a deep book. Some get it from just taking a long walk in nature. Some get it in prayer in a beautiful church or temple. Some get it meditating on a rock. Where do you get it? And people give me the excuse oftentimes that they feel weird relaxing and calming down, that they have ADD or that they have an A-type personality. Again, come on. Let's get real. If you want to relax, you'll make it a priority. Meditation, prayer, being connected to nature, it's inevitable for you if you plan it, if you put it into your life. So let's talk about the techniques now. I'm not getting off this couch. That's why we're not going to go to another shot. Well, my philosophy, actually. That's the next portion. And my philosophy is that there's something greater than me here. And my philosophy is I need to be tapped into that. I need to know what my purpose is. And when I'm on my purpose, I can relax. I'm on my purpose right now, talking to you, and it feels really good. So my philosophy is you have to be tied into something greater than you. You're going to die. I'm going to die. And we have to be working on something that means something to the planet or to humanity. My other thing is, my philosophy is you have to be in the mindset that good things are headed your way. If you want to relax, if you want to feel connected to your spirit, you have to be thinking about how good things are headed your way. Another part of my philosophy is I look for the magic. I study, and I'm about to get my doctorate, and I know all about brain science and hormones and chemicals and anatomy. And yet, I still think there's magic out there. And maybe magic is just things that we don't understand. And then when we understand them, they're no longer magical. But there's a lot we